There are many cards in a pack, 52 to be exact. All I want you to do, Allison, is merely just think of anyone you'd like. You don't necessarily even have to see it. Just think of any card you'd like. You keep an eye on her, make sure she does. You got one? Okay, now before you tell me what it is, which you will, I'd like you to take a moment and decide if you'd like to change your mind. Would you like to change your mind?
No.
You're going to stick with this card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the card that you're thinking of?
The Ace of Diamonds.
Yes. Yes. Ace of Diamonds. This is great. Let me tell you why. If you take a look at the ace, which in itself may not be that interesting, if you take a look at it, it has a red back, which is not that interesting, until you realize that the rest of the pack is all blue. Now, Allison, I know what you're thinking here. Big deal. Am I right?
Yeah.
You're thinking, this guy just read my mind. Everybody does that nowadays. What you're thinking is, what would this guy have done if you lied? Like, for instance, suppose you thought of the Ace of Diamonds, but instead when I asked you what it was, you said, oh, any card, say the Five of Hearts. What would I have done? Well, it wouldn't have worked. If you take a look, there's no way it would have worked because it's got a blue back. Now, I'd be stuck then. In that case, I'd have to do a little magic. Watch, I'd have to actually throw the red back off the ace right onto the five, that quick. And then I'd be out of trouble. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do is cause each one of these queens, one at a time, to vanish before your very eyes. In fact, I can even tell you which one's going to be first. It's going to be the Queen of Hearts. Interesting. Now watch how this happens. The Queen of Hearts, we leave it on top, and as soon as I tap it like that, it's going to vanish. Watch. It's gone. Look, she's gone. Not hiding on the bottom either. I know what you're thinking. You don't trust me. You know, no, it didn't go here. I don't blame you for thinking that. It's just force of habit. I do suspicious things. I can't help it. I'll tell you what. To prove that it isn't really me doing this and that it is indeed real magic, we'll take the only red queen we have left, the Queen of Diamonds, and trap it reversed between the two black queens. Okay? And you have to admit, I'd have to be one heck of a tricky card trick boy to be able to steal that red queen out from between the black queens without you catching me. But look, all I have to do is snap my fingers, and it's over. I believe it's over. Look, nothing between the black queens. They're gone. Thank you. I'll tell you what. Allison, which do you prefer, the Queen of Spades or the Queen of Clubs? What would you like?
The Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades. Watch closely. We'll leave that one for you since you like it. If you keep your eyes peeled on that Queen of Clubs, you may actually see it vanish. Don't tell them. Okay. That leaves us with one queen left. Okay, the Queen of Spades. Watch. We simply rub it into the tabletop like this, and she's gone. Marla, I know what you're thinking. You want to take a look at the cards on top. You do too, Allison. Look, not a single queen anywhere near the top of the pack. You can take a look at it, verify that for everybody at home.
No queen.
And for that matter, nowhere near the bottom. I don't know where they are. They could be anywhere. They could be here. They could be there. Not a problem, though. Magic, watch. We simply give the cards a little twist, and look, all four queens from one side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Could you do me a favor here? Just hold the card very carefully, very flat and level, and just thumb on top, fingers below. Don't make any sudden movement. Don't let anybody take a look at it. We don't want the blinding light, because at a certain speed, if this card is moving, it approaches the speed of light, and it could hurt your eyes. So your job is just to protect that card,
Okay.
and don't even look at it yourself, and keep everybody else from getting a look at it. Okay. With that in mind, I'd like to have you select a card that we can take a look at. In fact, pull any card you'd like. You know, let everybody get a good look at it. A little wrist action there. Okay. Does everybody see what it is? I don't want to see it myself. You know, if you picked a picture card, why don't you put that? You pick a picture card. Put that one away if you picked. I don't want a picture card.
Put it back in the...
Yeah, you picked a picture card, didn't you?
Yes,
Don't do that. Mind reading, that's another thing. We'll get into that later. Any card you'd like. You know, since I'm going to be using the queens in a moment, I'd rather have something that didn't clash with, plus easy to put your signature on. Have you got a card? Everybody take a look at it. Yep. That's good. Okay, Allie, what I want you to do is go put your initials on there, anything you'd like, any kind of sign, symbol, anything you're sure you'll recognize later, that you're sure that I couldn't come up with myself. Okay, very good. And we can return it to the center of the pack. Okay, very good. Now, just to reiterate, you've selected a card and signed it. Poor Marla over here has been sitting there in a fixed position with that card, scared to death of it, scared to death of it. I'm sorry. And I did promise to do something with the queens, okay? And these cards are going to be used, to in a sense, to explain some of this quantum physics. The queens will be affected by the quantum card, if that makes any sense. Now, to prove it, we'll start with the red queens, okay? And we'll show you how that quantum card can actually affect our observations. Look, the first red queen will go on top, or I'll use a black queen, I guess. We'll use the black, it's fine. First black queen goes on the top. We're going to place underneath it the second black card. That card can actually affect the black queens that surround it, as well as our own observations, if that makes any sense. Let me show you. We observe that in my hand is not the red queens, as they should be, but the black queens. Strange, isn't it? Very strange. We observe, just very carefully, leave your hand where it is. I want you to see, we observe that the red queens are where the black queens are. Don't let go of that quantum card, are where they should be. Another strange observation. You do agree. But the really strange thing about quantum physics, there is one belief that it can actually, we live in a very causal physical world. In other words, we say everything that happens has a cause. Well, quantum physics suggests that it's possible that the result can come before the cause. In other words, you held on to that quantum card long before Allie selected her card. Isn't that true? That is the case. So explain this. There is no other explanation but quantum physics or quantum theory. Is that indeed your card? Is that indeed your mark?
It is, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.